Airfare price wars could be making a comeback. A number of cities are reportedly seeing low prices at off-peak hours.
For example, passengers have been able to fly from Chicago to Boston for $80 round trip, San Francisco to Las Vegas for $67, and from New York to LA for $150 with a connection.
Travel insider and founder of TravelPulse.com, Mark Murphy, joins us now to tell us what's driving down ticket prices. Mark, thanks for being here. I mean, is there really an airfare war going on
Yeah,
here?
that's a bit of a misnomer. Not really a war. It's only on select routes. You know, the airlines got in a lot of trouble over the years, back in the 80s and 90s, because what would happen is a low-cost carrier would come into their market, let's say Atlanta to New York, and then Delta would go to war with that airline and try to drive them out of that market. And so you're seeing that really on a limited basis, but it really comes down to supply and demand. The airlines aren't doing us any favors with pricing because of oil or fuel. They'd rather put that in their pocket. But what happened was capacity is now a little bit ahead, and on select routes, there are too many seats. So hence why they're doing it.
Is that basically, that's what's driving down the cost?
Absolutely. They would charge you $1,500 if they could for that round trip LA, but because of demand at that time on that flight segment, can't do it. That's the catch.
What about smaller budget airlines? Are they forcing major carriers to be more competitive in their own price structures?
Well, absolutely. So what we need to see is more competition if you have more of those low-fare carriers coming in. But remember, those low-fare carriers are not so low fare anymore, because if they can, again, charge enough, that's great. But take a Spirit Airlines, really cheap fares, but they sock you every which way.
Right.
So part of the illusion here is that we're getting a great deal because the base fares are down a few percentage points, but the reality is everything else is up. Baggage fees are up, change fees are up. You know, you name it, it's costing you more to travel. So people, I think it's a psychological thing, not so much a true full-on savings because of the unbundling of all these airfares.
Right. Well, it certainly looks good.